Let us look and try to understand some of the case studies and examples of digital disruption. I'm going to begin with Uber. We all know Uber as the world's largest taxi company. However, we all also know that Uber does not own any taxi. It matches the drivers with the passengers who want to travel. But the market cap of Uber is 69 billion US dollars as of today. So what gives Uber the market capitalization that it has received? It's not the cars, it's not the drivers. Then what is it? There are two elements to the market capitalization of Uber. One is obviously the customers who have a large amount of faith in Uber. They will travel Uber because they find it safe, convenient, efficient, and the best way to travel. And the second element is the piece of software. Very surprising, the market capitalization of Uber is driven by the huge customer base across the globe and the piece of software that takes a person from point A to point B in the best possible manner. When I say best possible, it includes time, it includes the psyche, and it includes money. Now think about it. If Uber is very good at taking a person from point A to point B in the best possible manner, and if you replace the word person with the word thing, what does Uber become? Uber then becomes or has the capacity to become the largest or the best logistics company in the world. Why? Because it has the customer base, it has the software. All it needs to do is to match the people who want to send things across to the people who want to receive it. The point I'm trying to make is that in today's digital world, it is absolutely easy, very easy to get into another industry by making use of digital tools and digital techniques. Uber is no longer the taxi company of the world. It is becoming the logistics company of the world. Another example is Airbnb, or in India, Oyo rooms. They don't have any rooms or any real estate, yet they become one of the biggest accommodation providers of the world. What drives their USP? It is a piece of software and the customer base. Customers who have trust in the brand, who like to use them for their needs. Let's look at some of the phone companies of the world. We know Verizon's, the Vodafones, a lot of other telcos all around the world, Airtel in India or Reliance in India. However, a lot of our calls today are going on Skype, are going on WhatsApp, are going on WeChat. And can you imagine, all these calls are going without any telecom infrastructure. So there is no telco infra, yet these companies are allowing calls to be made without being recognized as telecom companies. That's the irony. So Skype, WeChat, WhatsApp are telecom companies without telco infrastructure. Alibaba Group, the world's largest retailer, doesn't hold any inventory, yet it is the largest retailer of the world. Facebook, the largest content of the world resides on Facebook. But Facebook doesn't have any employees whose responsibility is to add content to the platform. content is added by people like us, you and me, who use Facebook for our personal and professional needs. Society 1 is a unique concept in banking. It does not take deposits. It does not make the loans the traditional way. What it does, it matches lenders and borrowers, and that's how banking is transforming. Netflix, the world's largest cinema house, without owning a single cinema anywhere in the world. That's the irony. The collection of movies it has, the ability to stream movies to every individual's home, makes it the largest cinema player of the world. If we look at Google and Apple, they provide a complete ecosystem for mobile apps. But we can actually count the number of apps that come from Apple or Google. Very little. The thousands and the tens of thousands and the millions of apps that are written by the community, for the community. Google and Apple just provide the ecosystem. If we look at all of these examples, there is one common line. All these businesses are digitally disrupted businesses. They are not doing the business the way incumbents used to do. Skype did not say, let's put underground cables, let's use overhead infrastructure and we will provide calls. They are making use of the internet technology to allow calls to go through. Netflix didn't say, let's build cinema houses. Netflix says, let's make each house of this world a cinema house where people can choose what movies they want to watch at what time, in whatever manner they want. Every business that I have explained has altered the traditional way of making money. Hence, these are all digitally disrupted businesses. They have not only disrupted themselves, but they have disrupted the entire industry. Let's look at another example. Amazon, a company which started selling books in the early 90s, is today aspiring to win an Oscar award. Amazon Studios is aspiring to be the cloud infrastructure for many businesses. Amazon Web Services is aspiring to be in every house through Alexa, is aspiring to be in the hands of avid readers through Kindle. And we all know what Amazon, the e-commerce, is capable of doing. There's hardly anything under the sun that Amazon does not sell. Again, the point that I'm trying to make here is not just Amazon, but all the big businesses or the big names, the tech names, Google, Facebook, Apple, Samsung, Amazon, Microsoft, they all are creating products and services that cater to multiple needs of people. None of these companies are purely software. They have ventured into the hardware side. Another key takeaway that I want to make is the world of tomorrow is not just about software. You have to think about getting the right hardware in the hands of people and the right software to go with that hardware. That is the disruption of the next few years. The last example that I will speak about, and which was also mentioned in the Forrester video, is that of Nike. Nike today comes with sensors in the shoes. So today when you go and buy a pair of Nike, you not only get the pair of shoes, but you also get a mobile app that you can download. Now the amount of steps you take is all calculated or sensed by the shoe, and this data is sent to the Nike server. Now what does Nike do with all this data? They analyze it. They tell you how many calories you have burnt, what is your pulse rate, what is your heartbeat rate. And the moment they see any anomaly in your readings compared with the standard readings, they will send you an alarm. Now imagine this. You have bought this Nike shoe. You are using it for a couple of months. After 2 months, Nike sends you a message. Hey Mr. X, it's great that you are using Nike, but we have noticed that you are not walking enough and your weight is on the higher range. You really need to control your weight. We recommend that you join XYZ gym, and if you use this coupon code, you will get a 20% discount. Great, you go and join the gym. Another couple of months later, Nike comes back with another message. Hey Mr. X, looks like your calorie burn ratio is not good. We think that your pulse rate is also abnormal. We recommend that you show yourself to a cardiologist. If you go to this hospital and use this coupon code, you will get 30% discount. You think, wow, I get 30% discount. Let me go to the specific hospital and show myself. And you go and get yourself diagnosed. You also go for the treatment. And so, over a period of time, Nike keeps sending you message related to your health. The question to ask is Nike now just a shoe company? Do you regard Nike as a company that sells shoes, or has it transformed? The reality is Nike no longer remains a shoe company. It becomes a healthcare services company, maybe with its own set of hospitals, diagnostic centers, or by partnering with somebody. So anybody who owns a diagnostic center or a hospital or is a renowned doctor and is looking at Nike that he is wearing and thinks of Nike as a shoe company is making a very big mistake. Nike will no longer remain just a shoe company. Nike is about to transform itself into a healthcare company. Again, the key takeaway here is because of digital, it is now easy to move from one industry to another industry. How else would you imagine a shoe company becoming a healthcare services company? They can do that because the digital tools, the digital techniques, the digital technologies allow them to move industries. The line between industries are blurring. So my sincere advice to each one of you is take a step back. Think about your business. Think about your industry. See whether your industry is transforming. See whether you are transforming. Make an attempt to digitally transform, because if you don't, you will not exist in a few years from now. You will be wiped off by your competition who is transforming digitally. So the message is transform digitally, adapt to the digital way of doing business, adopt digital technologies, stay relevant in your industry and in your business.